Hey, hey, hey. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody. Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We are going to finally launch the best book, or one of the best books. I can't say the best book, but one of the best books ever. We are launching The Birth to My Purpose Journey to Motherhood. Oh, my goodness. I have all of the authors with me tonight, which is amazing. So thank you, ladies, for joining me, and thank you for joining me on this book journey as well. It was a great journey. Um, oh my goodness, talking about the stories and hearing the stories was nothing absolutely short of amazing. So I want to thank you guys for being in the book, being a part of that journey with me. Um, Sometimes telling your story is not as easy as it looks. So I know sometimes it can be a little bit hard. So let's jump right in. But before we jump in, I want everybody to share out there in the Facebook and YouTube world. Share it, and share it some more. Um, that would be great. And this is the name of the book. So it's The Birth to My Purpose, Journey to Motherhood. And Paula, hey, you have been
Hey.
with me for a while now. You
Yes,
have been with
ma'am.
me. So tell me who you are and tell me what you do.
I am Paula Kendrick. I am not only a entrepreneur, but I am a speaker, a mother, an aunt, all the many titles that us as women carry. And I'm also a full-time student, and I have two jobs. So my life is busy.
And y'all just told me I was busy. No, ma'am. Y'all gotta take that back. Mm-mm. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh my goodness. Thank you for joining us. Miss Stacy
Thank
Henderson,
you.
Dr. Stacy Henderson. How are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed, a little tired, but I'm okay.
I
It's
understand.
almost tour time for me, so I got a lot of stuff happening at one time. But I this is the way that I'm used to, right? Like if I get stagnant, then I just feel weird. So as long as I'm busy, I'm good. So
Okay.
tell the audience who you are and what you do.
All right. Well, everyone out there, hello, hello. I am Dr. Stacy Henderson. I am a retired naval officer, and
Ooh.
I teach Navy ROTC at a Chicago suburbs high school.
Mm.
I actually teach sophomores and seniors primarily. And I teach them everything from naval history, military history, world events, current events, the whole 9 yards. In addition to being a full time teacher, I am also an entrepreneur. I do personal life coaching and consulting. I'm also a speaker. Um, Prior to the pandemic, I traveled in and out of the country, so I've had to calm down a little. So my
Oh,
schedule has kind of calmed down as far as physically traveling. However, I continue to travel internationally via Zoom and StreamYard. So I'm still able to expand my global reach. I am a
great.
wife, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I wanted to share a little bit about my story, my journey to motherhood, and just touch on what it's like being a military mom.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Thank
excited. And thank you again, Makita, for this opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. I am grateful that you guys joined me in this book. I don't think I had nine or 6 to 9 chapters by myself. I probably did, but nope. I didn't want it just to be my story. I think I needed to share it. So Latanya, let me tell y'all, I believe Latanya has been in every single book project that came out in 2020. Because yes, this book did come out in 2020. It came out in December of 2020. We were unable to launch because of all of the holidays that were happening. So we did not launch. However, it has been on the shelf since 2020, December. So this is our last book of 2020. But you have been in them all, Latanya. Thank you. Big old thank you to you. So tell the audience who you are and what you do.
Hey, I'm an author now of 5 books because of Makita. And
Yes.
I'm a mother, a grandmother as well. I say G mom. I'm not a grandmother, I'm a G mom. Okay. And I teach financial literacy, so I am a financial analyst. I've been doing that for 18 years. I love teaching our people about money and how to get ahead, especially children. That's how come I run different businesses, especially one with my son, dance characters, with the characters and everything. I'm also an ordained evangelist, and I'm a speaker and also a life coach as well. So I just want to reach out to people on every spectrum. I also am an outreach coordinator with my church. So I deal a lot with the homeless population. I deal a lot with whatever population it is. Whatever God tell me to do, that's what I do. So I just want to be the solution and answer for whoever, no matter what spectrum you're on.
Great.
Okay, we're getting the feedback. I joined Latanya on this financial literacy. And I'm in training, and let me tell y'all, I have learned so much in the last 24 hours that I did not know. I am like, whoa, I'm spending the wrong kind of money. But I'm enjoying it. So I'm spending the wrong kind of money. So we're gonna have to fix that. So Alexis, tell us who you are and what you do. I think we've been friends for I don't know how long. Ooh, years and years and years. I think I was skinny when we met.
Yeah, I was a little skinnier too. Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis Chavers. I am a mother of 6. I am also a family engagement specialist for Illinois Action for Children. I am also the owner and part-time operator of Diamond Touch Cleaning and Lawn Services. And now I can say that I'm an author. I just believe everyone has a story, and it's through our stories and our testimonies that really help us to not overcome, but other women or young ladies to overcome through our stories. And so I felt like I have a story. It's time to finally put it out there. And this is only going to open up the door for me to be able to do other stories, because all of us have multiple stories, as my pastor always say. And so this is like the beginning for me, a very exciting journey. Thank you, Makita. I wanted to thank you once again for even opening up that door and having this platform for us to tell our story.
Yay! Let me tell y'all, it's been a journey. Because a lot of times we bring up stories when we're writing that we kind of put, buried or threw under the rug. So for some people, it was a little bit hard to tell some of these stories. So I thank you again, all of you. And last but not least, my sister. Oh my goodness, we've known each other for quite a few years as well. All that hair she got sits in my chair. Yeah, that's why I gotta get stuff together, honey, because yeah. So Yolanda, tell us who you are and what you do.
Hello, ladies. Hello, everyone. I feel so out of order because I'm on the phone and y'all. Yeah, anyway, I'm this way and y'all that way. I'm always doing the extra. My name is Yolanda Gibbons, and I am a entrepreneur, self-employed. I am a consultant to a few nonprofit organizations. I'm the co-owner of a small management and consulting business, as well as the co-owner of a theater and entertainment production company. So I am a producer and director of stage plays, and eventually we'll be doing something in film. My daughter and I actually wrote a book some years ago, but we never got it published. So this is my first time being a part of a published book. So I'm very excited. Grateful to Makita for letting me be a part of it. I just thought hey, let me do it. I do have my own book. My own book will be hitting the shelves in about 30 days, as well as that book that my daughter and I wrote some years ago. Those two will be coming out in the next 30 to 45 days. So I'm excited. I'm excited though to be able to have shared this opportunity with the five of you ladies.
Aww. So the vision behind the book, as some of you all know, some of you all don't, I always title the project. And then once I get the ladies or the authors, because, you know, we will have men, once I get the authors, then I title the book. So this book was always called The Journey to Motherhood, but the actual title is The Birth to My Purpose. And the reason I chose that name is because I believe we really and truly birth purpose, more than just giving birth to children. I believe that the purpose in these stories, right? Because there's a story behind the birth. There's a story behind how or why. So that story helped birth the purpose. So that's why the title is The Birth to My Purpose, The Journey to Motherhood. Just so you can have just a little bit of background of where it came from. We do have a few comments. Renee, hey Renee. She says, all right, sis Latanya Willette, congrats. I'm ecstatic. She's been around for a while, so I met them at the same time. I told you were going to be an author, spoke you right into existence. I'm sure she did. Ain't no, everybody did so. Hey, Destiny says, hi, ladies. Hey. And Kim says, congratulations, ladies. Thank you. I'm saying thank you from all of us. Thank you. So tell us, we'll start with one of you ladies. Tell us what made, when you saw it, because all of you all came from Facebook with this particular book. When you saw it, what made you say, I need to be a part of that? That book, that's something I need to tell that story. And we'll start with you, Latanya. What made you say, I need to tell that story?
Now you know my background, so I think you're picking on me. What made me say that I wanted to be a part of it is because it was like, wow, my journey to motherhood. That's a lot. It's more than just this one chapter. It's a lot. So it will be a book coming for that, really, a real book for that. But I couldn't turn it down because there's so much behind my journey to motherhood. Being a mother at 14 years old, being a mother again at 17 years old, the things that I had to do to just save my baby, to have my baby at 14, the things that I went through with the other baby, you know, dying, that I had at 17 on Mother's Day when he was 4 months old. You know, that was like, I had to tell my story because I'm a true believer that we do not go through what we go through for ourselves. We go through it for other people so that they can see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and they can come out as well. So it's like I have to tell my story about even just being a teenager, carrying one baby on your hip, the other one in your arm, having your book bag on your back, having a baby bag on your other arm, and trying to carry it on from your mother's house to your, or to the baby, from the babysitter's house to your sister's house where you got to go take care of her kids and do your homework and all that. You know, I had to tell my story. So it was like it was almost as if you just opened me up. Because everybody has said that I was going to be everybody who really know me and truly know me and know my story, they're like, girl, you got to tell it. You got to tell it. And I'm like, I'm afraid. I'm shy. I don't know. But when you came with that title, it was like, it just opened the floodgates. I got to tell it.
I laugh because every time I put up a post about another book that was coming, she was like, so you're just going to tell my story in bits and pieces, huh? You're just going to tell my story in bits and pieces, to the point where I was like, woo. But she has really told her story. There's a chapter from Latanya in every single book that came out in 2020 that has Invisible Daughter LLC publishing on it. And it really was a series of books that kind of told parts of the story. And I believe that there's much more story to come. So we have a comment from Bernice. She says, "Hello, hello, congratulations, hello." She said three hellos. Bernice said, "Yes, God, speaking to you, Latanya. Yes." Um, so I'm going to go to the next author, Dr. Stacy. What made you say yes to this book?
Well, I wanted to share my story. Having been an unwed teenage mother, pregnant at 16, a mother at 17, trying to decide, how I'm going to finish high school and go to college, start my business, join the military, all these hopes and dreams I had a plan for my life. Mm-hmm. However, when I became a teen mother, I had to alter those plans. So as I was going along my journey, going down that road of life, I had to take a detour, and I had to include my daughter in those plans. I had to do a mind shift, because now here I am, I'm in this relationship. I'm a teenager. I didn't have all the resources and skills. I wasn't equipped to be a mom, but here I was unexpectedly, because he and I were unprepared.
Right.
So I had to make some adjustments. And as time went on, I still wanted to go to college, own my own business, join the military. And then I had to figure out, okay, motherhood, relationship, all of this stuff. How do I balance it? And that's what I talk about in my chapter, just trying to deal with the military. I'm not always going to be with my daughter. Should I still go ahead and enlist in the military? How do I balance all of this? So I did graduate high school with my class. That was a struggle. That was a struggle. Full-time student, senior, and then working full-time at the KFC. It was a balance in that. And then, trying to take care of a child, trying to be in a relationship, all of these things. Mm-hmm. So, and as time went on, the relationship, we kind of we distance ourselves, because again, that stress, we were not prepared for that. We were just not for parenthood. But we both knew that we had plans for our lives. And I ended up joining the military and getting married and having another child. And then now I had to deal with the struggles of balancing a marriage, not in a relationship. Now I'm in a marriage. So now it's different. And I'm 3,000 miles away from home, from all my family and friends. And there's me, my husband, and these two children. And we have to figure this thing out as we go along. And when I was pregnant with my son, my second child, I experienced depression. It got worse the further along I got in my pregnancy. And after I gave birth to my son, I experienced what's called postpartum depression. And of course, back then, 1991, I didn't even know what that was.
Right.
And, and I was already dealing with unresolved issues from some childhood trauma that I didn't realize that I wasn't healed from. I did not realize that I was not yet delivered from those things until I became a wife. So, and people will read my story, read all about that in my chapter. But I actually ended up on this journey of healing, and I needed to separate myself from everything that brought on any type of reminder or trigger. So I started on a healing journey all by myself. And I'm going to stop right there. I don't want to too much of the story. But this was a wonderful opportunity for me to share, especially for those that are in the military.
Yeah, I think you got a lot more story. So I believe that there will be a book, a bigger book, a full book to come.
Absolutely.
So Paula, what made you say, I need to be a part of this book? I got to be a part of this book.
It was just the title itself, just talking about the birth to my purpose, journey to motherhood. We all know dealing with birth is painful. But just because we rear children, it doesn't have to be painful all the time. We do have some good moments and some good aspects as far as being parents. And I just
Right.
wanted to tell a different side. I wrote another book talking about the pain that I actually went through. So this was just kind of an enlightenment to just say that even though we are mothers and we do parent kids, it's more than just tears and heartache. There are joyous times. There are times when kids actually realize I've gone off the wrong path, but yet you were
Mhm.
still there praying for me and loving me through it. So when I heard about this title, I was like, I've got to write a chapter in this book. The Journey to
Mhm.
Motherhood. It's more than just pain. It's also your purpose. It's about
Yeah.
love, and not just love, but unconditional love.
Mm. Ooh, I believe that. I think that. I was a teen mom too, so whew, that was brutal for a while, but it was great, right?
Mhm.
So, Alexis, tell us what made you say yes, because you are a first time author. So, what made you say I got to be a part of that?
Um, I'm gonna go with what Miss Kendrick said. It was the title itself. Like I said, I'm a mother of six, and so with all the other hats I wear, that's like the biggest hat. I'm surrounded by children. I've had multiple multiple journeys, and so I just really wanted to focus on that initial journey with my birthing my first child. And I wanted to really focus on that because I often talk about my purpose being birthed through pain. So, yes, I was a young mom too, but I was so excited. And that journey was supposed to be, or so I thought, the most exciting journey of my life. But as I talk about in my chapter, my mom died when I was 7.5 months pregnant. And so like that was my road dog. After her initially getting over the shock that my baby is having a baby, she was with me for every prenatal appointment. Just taking care of me like a mom should. And we were really, really close. And as I'm getting near close to give birth, I lose my own mom. And so I was in a space of how am I going to be a mom and I don't have one myself? So with writing this chapter, I did have to take a few breaks because we remember some things on surface, and then it's so much other memories that are just embedded and they don't resurrect until we allow that space for them too. So as I'm writing, I'm remembering more and I'm crying. And so I'm like, okay, I can't finish this today. I'm gonna have to sit it down because the floodgates were open by then. But I really felt like I needed to get my story out there because through this painful experience, the death of a parent, I had to go through that and still be strong because I was getting ready to bring new life into the world. And so I even remember on the table when the doctor told me push, I was like, I can't do this. Literally, like, I can't do this. I won't do this. I can't. Like, my mom is going, I don't know what to do. But, I always say it's through God's grace. At that moment, I know He spoke to me on that table. And I was able to push and deliver through tears. And not tears because I was in pain through childbirth, but tears because of that hurt with no longer having who I thought would be by my side in that hospital room. And I really wanted to speak from that place of pain and how I transitioned into giving birth to not only my baby, who was my purpose, but my purpose with mentoring, other young women who has lost their mom at an early age and is trying to figure out how to navigate this thing called motherhood. So, yeah.
Ooh. I told y'all this book was going to be good. You better get it. It is on Amazon, and all of the authors have author copies, and they are willing to share, and share. Look, they got it. Yolanda, my sister. Tell me, what made you say yes? I'm going to be a part of this.
It was definitely the title. It was definitely what you said, that I think that we do birth. There's a part of it that we do birth our purpose. So we do have multiple births, not just the birth of our children. But I do think my first pregnancy is very unique. I was 17. My first year in college. Actually, I was pregnant from the beginning to the end of my first year in college. And it's so funny, as I'm writing, I never thought about it. Like, here I am, this little young Black girl at this major university, and most of my peers were non-Black. So I wonder what they thought. But I really, at that time, it didn't. I didn't think about it as it made me think about it as I was writing my chapter. And then in the chapter, you'll read, after I gave birth to my daughter, and people, probably if my mom and the doctors weren't there and the nurses, people wouldn't believe, but I actually lost my sight for 2 days. Like, literally, I saw the images of the surroundings. My mom is walking into the room, and as she's walking into the room, I'm seeing her fade away, and I blacked out. And when I woke up, I couldn't see anything other than knowing that, like, if the light was on in the room, and I could hear my mom stressed. I could hear my doctor like, what the heck is going on?
What just happened? Right.
And literally for 2 days, I lost my sight. And after them 2 days, when I woke up the morning, and God to be the glory, my sight was back. And we never, or I should say the doctors never, were able to determine what caused it. But I had to think back and realize, and I really believe, there's something about you going blind and now you can see. I really believe at 17, I didn't know what the heck I was getting into when I decided to have a baby. I was not one that loved children, or little babies, I should say. Like, people were like, who pregnant? You got to be kidding me. My aunt told me, girl, you way too spoiled to be having a baby at 17. So I just think I wasn't ready. And really, God had to just let me close my eyes for a period of time for me to realize what I had stepped into, what that purpose was, and be able to be ready for it when I left that hospital. So I just was intrigued by the title. Definitely have something to share. Who's pregnant their first year in college, at 17, trying and going to class, and it's kind of funny, but it's very real. And I definitely know that was the beginning of birthing a purpose, and a purpose, and a purpose again and again. And my daughter read the chapter, so of course she's kind of tickled.
She probably like, Mom.
She of course loved it, because it was her that I physically birthed. So yeah, just being a part of something like that, I think it's important. And the collaboration, and knowing that I was doing this with other women, other moms, who I'm sure before even reading, I'm knowing must have some incredible stories to share. And if we can share that collectively to be an inspiration or encouragement to somebody, I'm all down for that.
Yeah, you are. Her middle name should have been Collaborate.
Right.
She believes in a good collaboration. So we got one comment. Athena is saying, yes, Alexis, you were talking at the time. Athena is my sister too. So I was 14. I was well, I can go back further. I was 11 when I decided that I wanted my own baby. And a lot of people was like, girl, there's no way at 11 years old. You was like, I want my baby. Yes, I did. At 11 years old, I decided I wanted a baby. However, I knew in a way what it would take to get this baby. So I was definitely not ready for that. But by age of 13, I was pregnant. I was pregnant with my first child. I had him at 14. I was a freshman in high school. I graduated 8th grade pregnant. I was a freshman in high school. When I had my son, I went to a school for pregnant girls. So when I tell you, each of these journeys are completely different, and it just amazes me that we were all sort of young, probably wasn't thinking about no baby at all. Well, some of us wasn't. I was. I just wanted somebody I could love that nobody else could take away, and they would, and this baby would love me for me because I'm mommy, right? So I wanted a baby, so I had me a baby, and then when I had my baby, my mother felt like I was so young. She helped me so much that I went and had me another baby. I was like, oh well, you can have that baby. I'm gonna go have me another baby, and I did. So my kids are 19 months apart. My older two children, I'm a mother of 5, but my older two children are 19 months apart, and it was not by accident. I was like, oh, well, you can have that baby. I'm just going to have to go get me another baby. So the stories are amazing. And, of course, I get a little bit deeper into the story and what that looks like as a teenager, a high school teenager with 2 kids, everybody going to the basketball games and the after-school stuff. And my mother was like, no, ma'am, you're going to come home and take care of your kids because this is what you chose to. So you come home. Everybody else you can take your kids with you to the basketball game, but who's going, I'm a teenager. My friends don't have no kids. Being in the basketball stands with my 2 kids, right? That's like, no, I'd rather not go. Forget it. They're going to be having fun and laughing and joking, and I'm going to be sitting here like, fuck that. Don't do that. Wait. No, we're not doing that. So that's just a little bit of my story. But these ladies have amazing stories, and I advise you, the audience, to please, please, please get with either of them. They have books on hand right now. The book is $20. Is this book $20? Yeah. We're gonna go with that. And it's just been a great way to tell parts of the story, because as everybody else in the world knows, that this is the last book of 2020, so it was broken up into different stories. So ladies, tell me at this point, do you think that there's another book in your future? I know, Yolanda, you coming out with 2, and I'm gonna hold you to them 30 to 45 days too. I just need you put it in the atmosphere. I'm holding you to it. So do you think that there's another book, like you going to birth an entire book, or do you want to be a part of another collaboration? What is it? What are your thoughts in that? Alexis, you can go first. What are your thoughts in that?
So for me, absolutely. So in 2019 actually is when I began to entertain the thought of becoming an author. And so I wanted to do a collaboration just like you're doing. I already have the title. It's called Every Girl's Story, a story of overcoming obstacles. And in this story, my target audience will be early 20s, maybe college age students, early 20s. And so I wanted each author to tell a piece that was something different, someone that dealt with domestic violence through their teen years or early adulthood, someone who dealt with a death of a parent, someone who dealt with depression or a diagnosed mental illness, and that's one of the myriad of things that we all deal with as women and as African American women. And so my vision was for someone to open a book, and through somebody's chapter, they'll find their healing. And so, like I said, I thought about that in 2019. So when you opened up this opportunity in 2020, I was like, oh, wow, that was really divine for me, because they even gave me the confidence even more and the boost to say, okay, you can do this. So mid 2021, late 2021, I plan to start working with that. So I got to talk to you and get some more notes.
Because I'm going to say, yeah. Ask me. I promise you. Invisible Daughter LLC Publishing Company will definitely help you. Because it's not the hardest part. And I tell people all the time when I coach them, the hardest part of a book is getting it in the book. Okay. Getting it from your head to the book. That's the hardest part. Everything else is kind of like boom, 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 boom. The hardest part is actually getting the thoughts together, because you think about certain things and you're like, I'm gonna write about this. But throughout that writing, something may shift and you're like, now I really need to talk about this. I really need this to really center around this versus that. So it's really, I don't want to call it super easy because, you know, when some things that we've never done, we don't know it's easy until we do it. Like, oh, that wasn't that bad. So I can definitely help you with that. Absolutely, I can.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Paula, tell us what's next for you as far as books are concerned.
Well, I already have two books that I've actually written myself. The Modern Day Jabez, Shattered Yet Redeemed, as well as a 15-day devotional, Beautifully Broken from the Heart of Paula Kendrick. And then my collaboration with you as well. Then I'm also with another collaboration where I'm a co-author in another book. And then I want to actually add to my first book, The Modern Day Jabez, because even though that was the modern day pain, that pain is going to be a product of something. So I want to actually write on that later on down the line and just relate as far as what that pain actually brought about.
Okay. Now that sounds amazing. Tria says, blessings. Thank you, Tria. And she says, hi, ladies. Hi, Tria. So Stacey, tell us what's next on your journey. What's next? Do you have another book, another collaboration? What's next on your journey?
Well, what's next on my journey is, of course, a few other book collaborations so that I can tell even more of my story. And actually, in 2020, I did co-author a book titled My Secret Life, My Journey Through Domestic Violence, because I am an abuse survivor of childhood sexual trauma as well as domestic violence when I became an adult. And I shared some of my story to shed some light on domestic violence in the military. And that's one of the things that is a myth, that that type of thing does not happen. So on that book, I had an opportunity to write a chapter, but I am working on a larger collaboration, sort of an autobiography about my journey and how I overcame, how I triumphed over tragedy.
Yeah. 2021, Invisible Daughter LLC has a book collaboration coming. It's the first for 2021, and it is, I think the mini title, because you know I always got a title before the title. I think the mini title is That Hurt, But I'm Healed. Something like that. Because I want to talk about the hurt, right? We've all been hurt, whether it was relationship, friendship, you know, just life, right? We've been hurt, but now look at me. I've made it through. I've conquered that. I'm okay, right? So that's coming in 2021. We don't have a date yet because I have learned through trial and error to not give a date. Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I'm just going to say it's definitely going to come out by April. No, it's February, March, April. It's going to come out by Mother's Day, but I can't tell you where in there, right? Because I know usually it takes me 60 days. However, things happen. So I understand that now. So LaTanya, tell us what's next on your journey, because I know it's a journey. I already know. I just be at some. Let me tell you, some of the ladies on this thing, I already know what they answer gonna be. I talk to them all the time. So LaTanya, what's next on your journey?
Well, I've been dabbing into creating an ebook for financial services, for financial literacy. A little small ebook for that, as well as really just going ahead and sitting down and writing the book that you all have been telling me to write, which will probably end up being more than just one book because it's a lot of information. So just really getting back to that.
I'm happy. You know I'm happy because I've been like, let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. So Susan says, such inspiring women. Thank you. And Destiny says, nice. Of course, girl. Come on. You can write a book too, because she got some information too. She can take about all kinds of stuff. Yolanda, what's next on your journey? Because I know you got 2 books that you're going to get out in the next 45 days because I'm going to be bugging.
One book is What More Can I Say? And it's a collection of poems, short story phrases that my daughter and I wrote separately. We are both writers. We write to express ourselves. We write when we're going through something. So I decided to put it together. And it's been sitting on the shelf, I think, since 2013, around that time. But we wrote this some years back. So I'm excited. My daughter actually published a book a few years back, so she kind of beat me to the punch. And we were fortunate enough at the end of 2019 to turn her book into a stage play. So that was exciting. So that's one book. What More Can I Say? Written by myself and my daughter. And then I definitely believe that God gave me this book that I am authoring. Let's Chat About Love. And it's about self-love, romantic love, and the ultimate, which is God's love. And I was actually just driving and the title came to me. And now I'm like, okay, now God, you got to give me the content. But I know more today we talk about loving yourself. I don't recall that many years back
it wasn't there. I can tell you that it wasn't.
I can't recall that, so I think it's important that we not just talk about it, and I think that's part of some of the challenges as we're growing up. We looking for love somewhere else, not forgetting to love ourselves first and to have that love and knowing that God loves us, then that romantic part, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think, and I'm 50, so I think growing up, besides the love that we get from like parents and our relatives, we think that ultimate love comes from a relationship, meeting the guy and getting married, but it's so much more to that unconditional love that should happen before you get to that. And that's what my book is going to share with everyone. So I'm really, really, really excited about that because I love love. I love love.
I promise you, love is amazing.
Yes.
Right? Love is amazing. Somebody told me not too long ago, if you really want love, Makita, you have to say no to everything that's not that. And I was like, what? But then I woke up the next morning like, I do. Yeah. I do. Right? So that love piece, I believe Invisible Daughter will have a love piece soon, but that's going to open up a chapter for me that I don't know if I'm ready to open yet. I'll be pushing everybody else, but somebody needs to come and push me off the ledge because I'm standing. I've been on this ledge a long time, just kind of teeter-tottering. Like, do I want to talk about it? Do I want to talk about it? I don't think so. So I think this is the year that I'm going to actually really and truly talk about it and get it out. I think I need to do that. So, ladies, I want to thank you so very much for number one, being a part of the book. I know some of the stories was not, as you said, Alexis, some of the stories was not as easy to tell as others. I absolutely understand because although, again, my pregnancies were planned, it still wasn't easy once the baby came, like, whoa, now what do I do now that this baby is here? Yeah, I knew how to take care of babies, but it's still yours 24/7. You can't give it back to your sister. You can't give it back to your mother. You can't, so I had this baby 24/7. So it became a little bit hard. And then I turned around and had another one. It became even harder. So I want to thank you, ladies, for even being a part of a story such as this. I absolutely look forward to working with each and every one of you again in 2021. Don't know what yet, but I know that each of you will be a part of another collaboration. Any words? Well, first of all, how can they get in touch with you? And any last words you can say together, because you've got books to sell and they want to buy them. So tell us, how can we get in touch with you? And your last words of what you want people to know about this book. Paula, you can go first because it's like a circle on my thing. Okay. So I just kind of go with the.
You can reach out to me through email at authorpaulakendrick@gmail.com. My other two books you can purchase directly from my website, which is themodernDayJabez.com. I'm also on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. You can find me on Facebook from Paula Kendrick to author Paula Kendrick. I'm on Instagram under Paula Kendrick Lightshine, and I'm on Twitter under Ms. PDK, and Ms. is MZ.
Okay. And what's your last words that you want people to take away when they get this book? Or why do you want people to get
Just to let everyone know that there is a purpose to your birth. To just know that even though we've gone through motherhood, to just know that we can overcome all the obstacles, and just know that there's always unconditional love between parents and their children.
Ooh, that's a good one. And it is. It is. Even if they get on your nerve, it is, because they gonna get on your nerve. So, Dr. Stacy, tell us how can we find you, and give us your last words.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, Stacy L. Henderson. I'm on Instagram at SL Henderson 007. And you can also email me at drstacyLhenderson@gmail.com.
Okay.
And any last words? It's an awesome, awesome, awesome journey to motherhood. Even with the triumph, there's challenges, there's triumphs, there's joy, there's laughter, there's some pain, but there's a purpose for it all. And I am so thankful for my purposes. Miss Keisha, who also co-authored a book.
Yes, she was in
I Am More Than Just My Skin.
I Am More Than Just My Skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she gave birth to her purpose. Absolutely. And of course, my son, William, I'm so thankful and grateful to God for both of them, because they have truly made motherhood joyous for me. Thank you.
Honey, mother of 5, I can say we joyous now, but it's been some times. So, Latanya, tell us how we can find you, because some of us need literacy. So I'm gonna need you to come on the Art of Transparency and talk about that, because it is so much money being left on the table. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, oh my God, it is so much money. But Tanya, how can we find you, and give us your last word?
But I just want to add, and the thing about it is people don't know what they don't know, because a lot of times you try to talk to people and they think it's one thing, but it's really a whole lot that they don't even know about. You can reach me through email at latanyawillette@yahoo.com. I am on Facebook as Latanya Willette. I am on Twitter and Instagram under Latanya B as in boy W. And my last words are that just keep fighting. You know, and that was the title of my chapter. Sometimes you got to fight, because my birth was a fight. And even now, just trying to, there are some people I can go to and talk about financial literacy, and it's a breeze. They know what I'm talking about. They're glad I came. And there's some that I really want to reach out to that don't want to listen because they think they know it all, or they think, whatever. They just think whatever. And they're stuck. And I'm like, I'm trying to help you. You don't even know it, and it's just, you got to keep fighting, though. You got to keep fighting. Even with the babies, with my journey through my babies, there's some people that have children that are dying. There's some people that have children that are sick and don't know what to do. But you have to keep fighting. All those times that you feel like you don't have any strength left because either that child is acting up, or maybe that child has, like my child had asthma, and he would literally kind of like die in my arms sometimes while I'm trying to get him to the hospital so that they can put life into him and breathe back into him. You got to keep fighting. You feel like, man, I can't do this again. I can't lose another child. I can't go through these different things that I'm going through, but you got to keep fighting because they're dependent on you. The times that I was depressed because my baby died, I had to keep fighting. If I had not, what would have happened now with the different lives that I've touched? What would happen now with the lives of that baby who was dying in my arms those times? How he's grown to be a grown man. His birthday was yesterday. He turned 22. And how he's touching lives. He's touching lives and everything. You just got to keep fighting and never make a permanent decision for something that's temporary. Even though as hard as it is, and it does not feel temporary at the time, and you just want to get away from it. You just want to leave. You don't want to feel it anymore. Don't make that permanent decision. That's why a lot of people say go to sleep. Because once you go to sleep, all the synapses in your brain and the neurons and all that type of stuff come together, and they regenerate and re-energize you. And now you're thinking clearly and different the next day. But sometimes you may not be. But just keep on going. If you can just go 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time, just keep on fighting.
Absolutely. Keep fighting. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. That's a really good one. We're going to do these real quick. Destiny said, good job, ladies. And Bernice says, God wasn't surprised by you all situations. Things don't happen by accident. They happen by design. To God be the glory for you all having the strength and boldness to come forth and save lives. Thank you. And then Destiny said, good one. You were saying, just keep fighting. Just keep fighting. So I absolutely believe that. Alexis, what about you? How can we find you, or how can the audience find you? And what are your last words?
You can find me on Facebook at Alexis Chavers, or through my business page, Diamond Touch Cleaning Services. You can also contact me via email at diamondtouch1, that's the number 1, diamondtouch1 cleaning at gmail.com. And the last words I just want to leave with is my favorite scripture, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things, not some things, not just that thing. I can't do that thing. I don't know. All things. I can do all things through Christ. And so that keeps me grounded, because when I get in that headspace where it just looks impossible, I have to remember that I can do all things because my creator said that. He didn't say I'm going to pick and choose what I'm going to help you with. So he's always going to show up and show out and get us through. So I just want to leave you all with that. And I'm talking to myself as well. We can do all things through Christ, because nothing is a mistake. Nothing. He already knew what was going to happen. So we just got to trust him, stand on that faith, and push through.
Yeah. Oh, I like that one too. All things with capital A, capital L, and a capital L. All things. Yes. Yolanda, how can we find you? Because them books, I'm telling y'all, these ladies, remember the names, because you'll see them. You will see them, whether it's on a billboard, on the side of a building. You will see these names again. I promise you, you will. It might be in a newspaper, on the news, and it ain't gonna be bad news either. It's gonna be good news.
Yeah, speak that. They can definitely find me on Facebook, Yolanda Gibbons. I'm on Instagram, Y_Gibbons, GIVENS. My email address is yagivens@gmail.com. And I'm just going to read, for my final thing, read what's on the back of this book that we know you guys are going to buy. My little excerpt says, my journey to motherhood was shocking and scary, yet enlightening, joyous and miraculous. To think that God, the creator of all things, blessed me with such a powerful purpose and an amazing gift of love. And I'm going to end with that.
See, I'm telling you, audience, get the book, then tell your friends and your mother and your father and your coworkers, tell them about it, your cousins, your nieces, tell them about it, because I promise you, there's a mother somewhere. And she don't know that she's going to make it through. She's going to pull through. There's a mother somewhere like, what did I do wrong? These kids won't. I promise you, there's a mother somewhere waiting to be helped by this book. Get the book, share the book, get the book again, share it again. Because, you share your book, it never come back. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't got a book back yet. Right. So share the book and buy it again, and share the book again and buy it again. So I want to thank you, the audience on YouTube and Invisible Daughter LLC, for tuning in tonight. I know you could have been anywhere else doing all kinds of things on a Wednesday night, but I want to thank you for tuning in to us and being a part of the conversation. I want to thank each of you ladies, number one, because you are a part of Invisible Daughter LLC Publishing. So So once you become a part, you'll always be a part. And I also want to thank you for your input in these chapters, because without you, of course, it would not have been a book. It would have been a chapter, because that's all I had. So I thank you so very, very much. And Destiny says someone need to write for women who cannot birth their own. Absolutely. Trust me, that yeah. We can talk about that. Let's talk. Because I am into, I've always told people, even with the Art of Transparency, the talk show and the platform, I talk about stories that most people won't talk about. Most people won't tell you what it's like to birth purpose and you're 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. Most people won't talk about that, because when we did it, it was almost like a plague. Like, oh, she pregnant? She can't come over here. You know, the parents was like, you can't play with her. Don't even talk to her. She pregnant. Like it was going to rub off. No, it's not. But anyway, I digress. So now it has become an in thing, right? So somebody is somewhere worried about how they're going to make it through this pregnancy, worried about how they're going to be a great mom or a great provider for this baby. You will do it. It will happen. What you say, LaTanya? Keep fighting. Just keep fighting. It's going to happen. So I want to thank you guys again. Destiny said congrats to all the ladies. So thank you. And then she said, LOL, okay, because I said we can talk. Absolutely. Let's talk about that. Let's have a book about the women that can't birth their own babies, because they still have purpose too. They absolutely are going to give birth to one of the biggest purposes of their life. I believe that wholeheartedly. God don't take away one thing and not give you something greater or great, right? So I know that there's not, you just don't lay down and die, right? There's a birth. There's still going to be a birth. It's just going to be a great purpose. So I want to say good night to everybody. Good night, YouTube. Good night, Invisible Daughter LLC. And good night, ladies. And thank you so much for being a part of The Birth to My Purpose, a journey to motherhood. I'm sorry. So A Birth to My Purpose, the journey to motherhood. Good night, everybody.
Good.